Hey guys, what's up?
Today we're in the basement and we're going to be doing some retro unboxing and getting into some toy reviews of the 2001 Movie Maniacs 4 Army of Darkness 18-inch Ash figure and the little guy.
Yes, this is Ash with the Pit Witch, and these were made by McFarlane Toys.
Yep, and they're about 20 years old. So this is pretty neat, man. I knew this big guy was carried at like Tower Records and such, and then the small guy is a Music Land exclusive.
Yeah, I don't know Music Land. We didn't have that here.
I don't think we had them up north here. So if you know what a Music Land is, comment down below and let us know. I'm sure it's like a Coconuts or a Tower Records. I'm sure it's a music store. So yeah, let's dig right into these and open them up.
Alright, we got the Ash and the Pit Witch 2-pack exclusive from Music Land. Anywho, this is a really good scene. Ash gets thrown into the pit after he falls from the sky. Then he has to fight off the Pit Witch, which is the first person. And then this person is called the Pit. Rhymes with witch. Okay, I'm gonna say it. And that attacks him, but then the walls are closing in. He's got to get out, and then he gets out and ends up shooting the Pit Witch. So we don't know if this is still alive or not. We're gonna let this breathe. 2001 oldie right here. Let's do it up. I'm gonna be nice and delicate. Oh, maybe not. Plastic and plastic. Look at this. Plastic in plastic. We got Ash here. He's got his chainsaw. Oh, and he's got his trusty boomstick. And the Pit Witch. She's got a flowy dress. Nice little chains. Gotta take it apart. It's got too many twist ties on it. It's like a kid on Christmas. You gotta get all your ties off before you can play with your toy, and it's like, I don't even want to play with the toy anymore. Smells like a tree.
Smell them again, huh?
That smells like Lysol and tree. Tree, dude. Oh, I missed one. Look at this right here. Ash is like, right here, Pit Witch. She's like, I love the hand placement right here. Like she's gonna do some kung fu or something like that. She's in a stance. So that's really cool. She's got all her little chains dangling. I like that. And also, her hands are supposed to be detachable, so let's see. Probably break this really old toy. Neither of them are coming off, so I'm not even trying.
Thoughts?
Pit Witch. She's cool, look at her. There's not much articulation on these figures at all. Honestly, I can't even like move her hand or her arm. Just her hands move, and that's probably because they're maybe removable. Ash is super cool, as always. There is no articulation. This is like a fake thing. You can't even move his hand. His arm moves, but his legs do not move. Nothing on his feet sort of move, but I'm not going to move up. He has his boomstick, but it doesn't come out. That's just there. So I don't know. These are more posable figures that you would just like put in a detolf just to kind of show off, but you cannot play with these unless you were just like moving them around and like hacking like this. So these are more of like a posable figure, which is cool. The art is super cool. I like the paint job. I'd give these figures, I'd give them like a B.
What about his sculpt? His face sculpt?
It doesn't look like Bruce Campbell at all. So that's saddening. Okay? I love Bruce Campbell. His head doesn't even move. It looks like Bruce Campbell if he was like pooping.
Alright, so the 18-inch Army of Darkness Ash. It has motion activated sound, which is powered by a 9-volt battery, and I know this because I have the Leatherface that's in this series. I bought it back in 2001 when I worked at Tower Records, so I know it works. At least it worked 20 years ago. I don't know if the motion activation is going to work with this guy, but let's open him up and see if it works. I'm gonna try to do a lot of it from right here just so you guys can see, but I might have to move it. Oh, it's taped up all over. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Let's see if I can just pull him out of there. Nice. Hello, Bruce Campbell's home. Man, it's like 18 inches. It doesn't sound that big, but this thing's huge. Alright. He's out of the box. Alright, he's out of the box. Look at that. Alright. Let's just check him out for a second. His sculpt is better than the little sculpt, I think. It looks a little bit more like Bruce Campbell. I just think the bigger the figures are, the better the sculpts can be. You know? Because you can really see in his eyes and in his teeth and in the hair. This looks really good. I like it. Yeah, the paint on it is excellent. The detail is awesome in the buttons of the shirt, to the blood splatter, to like he has his mechanical hand on too. The texture in that's pretty awesome. Let's untie this thing. See all that? All right. It's probably a time lapse right here. All right, so the gun is on its own, so he's gonna come up pretty easy. Look at this. Nice, dude. Oh, okay. It's wrapped up in the trigger, so if you get one of these, just be careful of that. You don't want to break off that small little trigger. Man, this has got some weight to it. This is pretty cool, man. Double barrel, looking right into a gun. But yeah, the wood grain on this is excellent. Paint's pretty good. Feels heavy. I like it. Nice. What's crazy is the twist ties are super glued back there too. That's crazy. They really, man, I wonder who packs these. You know, are these packed by hand? So someone's out there like painting them by hand and then they pack them by hand. And I think back in the day, this thing was only $49.99 back in the day. I remember that's what I paid for my Leatherface. There it goes. Nice. Look at this guy. Got some weight to him. I think he's supposed to. Oh yeah, he does rotate a little bit. His hand. They're being in the box for 20 years, so his hand, you know, kind of rotates still. And then this is like a soft, I don't know what it is, but this other hand moves or takes off or something. It might take off because he comes with a chainsaw too. And where do you put, oh, okay, see the battery thing right here. So there's a little Phillips head. Then there's this thing you can test them. So damn, there's a battery in there. Hopefully it's still good. Hopefully it's not corroded. So I'm gonna set him down for now. See if he stands up on his own. Look at that. That's cool. Oh, maybe not. He doesn't want to lean. So let's see. I know his feet move too. Oh, that one's kind of stuck. So maybe that'll just do the trick. Yeah, it did. All right, so I'm gonna take the chainsaw out now, and it's just like a toy thing. It pops right out. Look at this. So I'll do a comparison of the Texas chainsaw and his chainsaw to see if they're the same mold. So I'll do that right now so you guys can see it. You know, you just saw the close-up, so they're not the same chainsaw, which is cool. That's just how detail-oriented McFarlane is. You know, most toy companies, I just use the same mold and make it simple. But yeah, 2 molds, 2 chainsaws. That's awesome, man. I dig that. I did that detail. I'm going to pop the battery back off this and hope for the best. So let's do that right now.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I don't know where the motion works. Where's the motion at?
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
There is a button on the back you press. That's on. I hit it off, and then when you hit it on, oh, I misspoke. Maybe the battery only had that much juice in it. So let's see. All right, cool. So this flips up. Does this undo? No. All right, you get a close up of this. So it's looking like this thing attaches here and kind of just blocks it into place. So I'm just thinking it's up here too, but I don't want to. All right, so I did have to pry this up. So this comes out. Ah, dang, dude, I was wrong. It takes 3 little AAAs.
You gotta go new battery.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop these guys out because they've been in there for, you know, since 2001, since probably before then, since this was made, and it doesn't look like there's any corrosion in here, so that's good. So we're gonna go pause right here and get some new batteries. See, I don't know where the motion activation is on it, but it works.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
That's pretty cool. I dig it. So I probably just don't want this going off at night. You know, just like we're upstairs, we just hear Bruce Campbell from downstairs. Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. So I'll probably keep that guy off. I'll probably even just pop the batteries out. Like I said, I don't want them, you know, corroding in there. But like, dude, putting his chainsaw in there, or his chainsaw, putting his gun in there. Oh, what was that one? That was a good one.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick.
That's awesome. I don't know where the motion is. Maybe just like.
Well, hello, Mr.
Okay,
Fancy
so he does.
Pants.
Is that 4? So he does 4. Can't really understand what he says there. And then.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick.
And then groovy. Nice.
Groovy.
And then voice activated. I don't know. What's the box say? It says it was motion activated sound. So I don't know where the motion is. Maybe who knows, but it works. It's pretty cool though. There you go. So yeah, so his hand just popped right out. So it's just like a peg, and then if you look in there, and then the chainsaw is a peg, matches it, and then it goes right in. I'm gonna break that off. So which way does it go? Alright, so yeah, chainsaw's on there. Look at that. This guy's pretty cool. It's probably, I think out of the two, this is probably my favorite. Just because I said the sculpt looks really good. The paint looks really good. It's got sound. Look at that, man. It's awesome. He moves a little bit. Look at that. You can move his torso a little bit. His feet move. And look, he stands without, you know, no pegs or anything. That's groovy. This thing's groovy. I give this one an A. And it bookends my Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy. So check this out. Bada bing, dude. Let's see if he still works. He probably doesn't work, because I haven't taken the batteries out of him in forever. So look at that. 2 chainsaws. Love it, man. McFarlane Toys. Great stuff. Alright, so that's McFarlane 2001. Army of Darkness Ashes. And Pitch Witch, or whatever her name is.
Pit Witch.
But yeah, so the toys are super detailed. And one of the things I don't really like about them is you take them out of the box and you kind of don't know what they do. You know, and like I was trying to get the gun like in his hand, and some of the paint from his hand was rubbing off, because like you gotta like jam it in there, and like sometimes when you jam it in there you break stuff. Like on this, I already broke the chainsaw. You know, so like it's just things like that.
Yeah, and
you
also
know,
they've been in the package
for 20
like 20
years. I
so the articulation,
stiff.
I thought there was no articulation, but then I moved it and actually started moving.
Yeah, you gotta like, say this is the arm, you gotta like work it a little bit, and then because sometimes the paint over time will get up in the kind of gunk up the joint, Tony gunk up the joints.
Yeah. You
know, and stuff like that. So, you know, overall, I rate these toys, awesome. I'm not gonna put it on a scale. You know, there's a super cool toys, and they're old.
Groovy.
They're groovy. They're retro toys, and I love stuff like this. Opening, maybe we'll make this more of a part of our channel. Because we buy a lot of retro stuff, but we don't always like to open a lot of retro stuff. But I think these you see behind us, I think they needed to be open and displayed.
It's gonna go into our Ash detail
for sure. So if you dig these types of videos, like and share it, and then subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and then be sure to check out our Patreon, where you can help fund these finds. And if you have any suggestions for other videos in the future, leave a comment down below, and leave a comment about these toys and what you think of them. If you like Ash, you're a groovy fan.
And tell us where your music land was.
Yes, tell us where your music land was. So yeah, until the next groovy boomstick retro toy opening videos.
Well, bye. This here's my boomstick.
Love that line.
Little guy.
So little
this is Ash with the pit
and the pit monster.
Witch.
The pit witch. We probably have to do that again. That was a good test. I'm gonna try to do a lot of it from right here, just so you guys can see. But I might have to move it. Oh, it's taped up all over.